evening, everybody. 大家晚上好。大家晚上好。Welcome back. Alright, so this is where we stopped yesterday, and it's chapter 14. Yes, welcome back. For those who have joined for the first time, tap the subscription button, subscribe to our channel, like, and share these lessons as we wait for others also to join in. Yes, let your friends know that we are live. Let them know that we are live. Yeah. All right. So this is HSK 2 book 2 or HSK 2. Yeah, and this is chapter 14. 你看过那个电影吗? Yes, the title here says 你看过那个电影吗? Let me know if everything is clear in the chat box. 你看过那个电影吗? Which means, have you seen that movie? 电影 is movie. 看过 is like to have to see, okay? 看 is to see. This 看 is to see something. And when you put 过 after the verb, we're going to be looking at that in the coming lessons. Then it means something has passed, okay? Something has happened. You're talking about the past event. Are we together? 看过那个 means that. We all know that. And then there is 电影, which is 电影, which is movie or film. And then ma, we know this ma is a question particle. So we expect a question mark at the end of this question because ma is a question particle. So this is a question actually. Why? Because it ends with ma. However, some questions in Chinese don't end with ma, but they are still questions. For example, you can say 你叫什么, which is what is your name. You see, this question doesn't end with ma, but it not ending with ma doesn't disqualify it to be classified as a question. Ma. So this ma is very important, yeah. Yes, so yesterday we also looked at this 晴, which is clear, or the weather, when the weather is clear. There is no signs of rain. The weather is just cool and clear. Yes, this is how we write it. You can follow me to write. So the first character is ri, which which is the sun. Okay, this is write the sun in Chinese, ri. And then after writing the sun, the next thing is qing. So qing, okay. First you draw the yi, r, the three horizontal lines, okay. The three horizontal lines, and then connect them with one shu, and then write the character for month, or sorry, this is so long. Write the character for month, or yue in Chinese. So yue in Chinese is written as, yeah, it's not perfect, yeah, but yep. And then you put the two hang here. So this is the word for qing here. Letter E, qing, which means bright or clear, as in weather. Then we also did this assignment to look at the pictures and say the names of the things. For example, you see this is a television, so say 电视. Maybe the TV in your living room doesn't look like this one, but this one maybe some people have this kind of television, maybe in their rooms. Yeah, it's a television. Maybe it might be analog, but it's a TV. It's a 电视. So in Chinese, it's called 电视. So here in Chinese, we're using characters. However, you can also use the pinyin. So the pinyin for television is like this, 电视. Television in Chinese is called 电视. So the next time you go to the Chinese market, don't struggle, okay, how to say television. Just say 电视. 电视多少钱? 这个电视多少钱? How much is this television? It doesn't matter the brand, okay? It's just 电视, TV, television. And then there is 电影, okay? And then there is 电影. So 电影 is a movie or film. So 电影 is like this. So you see they all have 电 at the beginning, you see. And then there is 电话. So you need to pay attention. I need to be able to differentiate all these words because they have a similarity, but they also have like a difference. So 电话 means what? 电话 means a telephone. So I have 电视 television, 电影 movie, 电话 telephone, and then 电脑, and then there is 电脑. You see, they all have 电. So let's talk a little bit about 电. So this 电 right here, this one, yeah, this one, it's written like 电, okay, with a falling tone. And who can guess what this 电 means? In the chat box, you can let us know. Yes. Let us know in the chat box. This 电 means what? I remember mentioning it sometime while we were learning. 电 has to do with 电 has to do with electric things, okay? 电. Yes. So this 电 here, the pinyin for this 电 is like this. 电. It means electricity. 电. Are we together? Dian is like this. And then there is a dianhua telephone. You see dianhua, they're all electric. Yes. Without dian, without electricity, then all these four things here, we shall not have them in our lives. So that's why there is dian on each of every picture here, of every name of these gadgets or these things. So like dear now, computer. Now means the brain, the brain. So when you say dear now, it's like maybe when you direct translate, it will mean um like electric brain. You get, yeah, or digitalized brain, because now is the brain. Yeah. All right, so without further ado, we already looked at the pictures yesterday, and I promised that we shall be moving on to the lessons and the dialogues right here in chapter almost. Yes, this is interesting. Yes, interesting. Your yes. So if I say your yes, it's interesting that we are learning the word interesting. Your yes, okay? So your yes is interesting or fun, okay? Let's say you're reading a book, okay, and you think the book is really interesting, or you're watching a movie, or you're having a Chinese class like this, and then you'll be like, wow, 这个汉语课，我觉得这个汉语课非常非常有意思。Are we together? Oh yeah, exactly. I saw the comment. Thank you, Shayla. And once again, welcome, welcome. 欢迎大家. Welcome everybody. I welcome you all to our Chinese class. 欢迎大家来到我们的汉语课. Yes. I wish I can see each and every one of you guys in our Chinese class. So here we have 有意思. 有意思 means interesting. Okay. Word number 2 is 但是. Wow. These two words are important. So 但是 is a conjunction. It means but. 但是 but. So we like using this word a lot in our life. And tonight we're gonna be seeing how it is used in Chinese and what it means and all that. 但是. Are we together? I hope the screen is visible and clear to all of us. Okay, so A says 你看过. There are two persons, okay, having a conversation, and it says 你看过那个电影没有? See, 你看过那个? Have you ever watched 电影没有? Remember, this form of a question, we already looked at it in the previous grammar point, where we said to make an interrogative sentence in Chinese, you need to bring two things together. And what were those things? We need to bring the positive sentence together with the negative sentence. So the positive sentence in Chinese in this case is 你看过那个电影, and then you stop there. Okay? This is positive. The positive sentence in Chinese. If you stop here, if you say this sentence from here, 你看过那个电影, and you stop here, then you're saying you have ever watched that movie. That is affirmative, okay? You are affirming, you are sure that this person has watched. So this is negative. And then 没有, okay? You and I, you and I agree that 没有 is a negative word in Chinese. And then when you bring them together in one sentence, the negative and the positive, then they make what? Interrogative. Are we together? That's why they say 你看过那个电影没有? Let's say you want to ask someone if they have money or not. What will you say? Do you have money or not? Okay. You have money is positive, or not is negative. So the same thing. In Chinese, you'll be like, 你有, okay, this is how you say that sentence in Chinese. 你有没有钱? Okay, let's say 你有没有钱? Sorry, 钱 means what? Money. 你有没有钱? Okay, you see? 你有, you're saying you have. 没有, you don't have. So it is up to the listener, okay? When I ask this kind of question, it's up to the listener to say if they have money or not, to say if 我有钱, if they have money. And if they don't have money, they will say 我没有钱. 你有没有钱? This is a question, okay? Okay. Maybe one lady or one girl or one female will ask one male or one man that 你爱不爱我? Do you love me or not? Because I is to love, okay? 你爱, I is love. 不爱 is not to love. Is the negative form of I, okay? So when you put bu before the verb, then you've made it negative. So the female will be like, the girl will be like, 你爱不爱我? 你爱不爱我? Okay? And then the guy will be like, 我爱你. Okay? I love you. Or 我不爱你. Yeah. So that's why we have interrogative, because you have two things in interrogative. So this is a simple demonstration. So you can make as many examples as you can by using this form, interrogative form. And then the guy says what? Because the negative word in this sentence here is 没有, is 没. So the person B answers and says 没看过. I never watched. I have not watched. Okay. 没看过. I didn't watch it before. 听说. Pay attention. There is this word 听说, which is I heard. Okay. I heard. 听说很有意思. I heard 很有意思. Okay. 听说, because 听 is to listen or to hear. 说 is to speak. So it's like I heard other people saying this movie is, is so interesting. It's quite interesting. But it says I didn't watch it, to be honest. And it says, 那我们下个星期. It says, 那我们下个星期. Okay. And then 一起, 下个星期 means what? Next week, okay? 下个星期, 那我们下个星期一起去看吧. Now let's go watch this movie together. Next week. 去 is to go, okay? 去 is to go. 去一起去看吧. 一起去看吧. Are we together? 一起去看吧. And then it says 可以. See, 可以. You can literally learn a lot of things in this conversation, okay? Because I've realized that most of these things we encounter them in our everyday life, and if you can say it in English, then try by all means to find a way how you can speak it in Chinese. Because if you're considering to go to China for any reason, like, be it business, be it academics, be it tourism, my goodness, you'll enjoy China because when you can speak their language, then 很有意思, okay, just like the word we just learned tonight. 很有意思 is very interesting. Even if you cannot speak fluently, okay, you're not fluent in that language, but at least because Chinese has no many grammatical rules, okay? It's like however you say something, someone at least will understand you. But if you make a grammatical mistake in English, someone will laugh at you because it's a mistake and sometimes they will not understand what you said. But in Chinese, you can bring words together, and then boom, you have a sentence. So all you need in Chinese is to learn, okay? Is to learn these things at the beginning and then try to know some important grammar points. They are quite easy. Yeah, for sure. The Chinese grammar is the most easiest thing I've ever seen. Okay. So then you also need to have confidence and surround yourself with Chinese speakers. Yeah, go to Chinese restaurants, meet some Chinese. I'm pretty sure there are Chinese restaurants in your countries, wherever you're watching from. I'm pretty sure there's at least maybe a Chinese company or a place where you can meet Chinese. If you have a chance, go to China, okay, travel around China, make some, friends, watch some Chinese movies, learn through Chinese songs. And if you guys would like to learn Chinese through songs, you can also let me know. Then we can just give it a try. Just let me know in the chat box if you guys um, would like to learn Chinese through maybe Chinese songs. Then we can do that. We can create time for that as well. Yeah, because I also do that. I also actually do that. Yeah, because I have fun as I sing and as I learn and as I sing along the Chinese songs. Then I realize that I'm also learning. I'm also learning because it's hard to forget something I sing because I'm having fun. Okay, but in another way, um I'm singing. Okay, and as I learn also. So it's a very good approach. That's why even in nursery and kindergarten, okay, that's why they use many songs to teach young kids. Yeah, because there is something about music, there's something about songs. So yeah, if you really like music, then you can consider also learning Chinese with songs. So 可以 means okay, 可以, okay. 但是 look at this. 但是 means but. Okay. It's okay, we can go watch a movie next week. 但是 but it says but 我女朋友也想去 but 我女朋友 my girlfriend also 女朋友 my girlfriend 也想去 also wants to go. Okay, so I give you like 2 minutes to look at this uh, dialogue that we just learned. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. Then I'll get back to you. Yes, don't forget to like if you're enjoying our class so far. If you found this lesson so helpful so far, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. That's one of the amazing gifts that you can give to Laoshi, that you can give to the teacher. Then it will be like a motivation for us to continue creating time and more um, useful, educative, edifying content. Yeah. Thank you for those who have already did that. God bless you. Yeah. So yeah, this is lesson 1 of chapter 14. So I hope we are all learning. I hope we are all getting something. And please share, just like I take time to share with you this, please do well to share with your friends, okay? Do well to share with your friends. Sharing is caring. Do well to share with your friends who would like also to learn Chinese. Very soon we shall sign up for the Chinese um, proficiency exam, the HSK, the same thing that we are learning. So we need to keep ourselves dedicated to these lessons and have that commitment as we prepare for the upcoming exams. We're going to do like a few tests together, just like we did in the past. If you go through our channel, we did some tests, we did some lessons, we did some tests of HSK1, but very soon I have a bunch of them for HSK2 also. So make sure you understand each and everything, and at least you've covered every lesson of this chapter, all the way from chapter 1. We are approaching now chapter 15. So let's continue now. Let's continue now. Thanks for those who have already liked. Thanks for those who shared with your friends. Yes, I'm really grateful. 谢谢大家，谢谢大家。Thanks for your support. 谢谢大家的宝贵支持。Thank you. Thank you very much for your valuable support. All right, let's move on to the next lesson. So this lesson have a few new words. Let's first understand the new words. New word number 3 is 虽然. Look at this, 虽然, 虽然, 虽然. So 虽然 is a conjunction. So far we have two conjunctions. Although, it means although, okay? So this is 虽然, repeat, 虽然. 虽然, 虽然, you can repeat it like at least 5 times, okay? Make sure you're pronouncing it the right way. 虽然, 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 although. And then you have 次. Look at this. You have 次. Repeat. 次 5 times. 次, 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 次. So this 次, you see, it has the first tone, which is a falling tone. 次. And it means times, okay? So if you want to say one time in Chinese, what will you say? 一次. 2 times, 两次. Okay, 2 times again, 两次. 3 times, 三次. Again, 三次. 4 times, 四次. Again, 四次. We are using this 次 here. Okay, look, we are using this 次 here. So 次 means times. 四次. 5 times, 五次. Okay, 次. And then we have 玩. Repeat, 玩, 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 5 times. Okay, 玩. So 玩 is to do what? Is a verb, to play or to have fun. So having fun and playing have the same word in Chinese. 玩, 玩, 玩. So in the new words we have 虽然, which is although. It's a conjunction, okay? It means although or though. and then you have 字, and then you have 玩. All right, so now let's dive into our dialogue here. This guy right here is in the office. You can see he's trying to do and run some errands. He's on his PC. He has a phone on his ear. So let's see. Let's go ahead and see what he's saying. So it says there is person A and person B. So it says 听说. Remember, 听说 is I heard, okay? You heard, it's something that has been said by someone else. 听说你去过, okay? 你去过, it means you have been to 中国. What is 中国? China. Repeat, 中国, 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 China. 听说你去过中国. I've heard, okay? Or it is said you've been to China. And it says, 还想去吗? Do you want to go there? 还想去吗? Do you still want like to go to China? Because you've been to China, okay, or you went to China some time ago, then do you want to go there again? 还想, 还 is still, 想 is to want or would like, 去 is to go, 吗, 还想去吗? And then says, 我虽然去过好几次. Repeat, 我虽然去过好几次. 我虽然去过好几次. Although I went, okay, several times. 我虽然去过好几次. Repeat this sentence at least 5 times. 我虽然去过好几次. 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 And it says, 但是, but. Pay attention. So you realize that after 虽然, okay, it is 虽然 and then da 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 da, 但是, okay. So it says, although I went there many times, but, okay, but, although is used with but. 虽然 goes with but. 但是还想再去 but I still want to go. 再 what does 再 mean? Again. That's why we say 再见 is like we meet again. Okay. 我还想再去. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see many people joining in our class. You're highly welcome. 欢迎大家. I welcome you all. And I really love to see you all. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for the likes. And yeah, feel free to come anytime. We have classes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yes, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. So 再去我还想但是还想再去 So I still want to go 玩 I still want to go and have fun. This person has gone to China. I'm telling you this, if you have been to China and you leave China, you still want to go back to China and have fun because it's secure, it's a secure country, and you can see anything, you can everything you can see on this world, you can see it in China. You see good weather in China, you see good people in China, you see, you can do business in China, you can live in China, you can study in China, you can travel in China, many things. Okay, so the person maybe had a very good experience in China. You can meet nice people, very welcoming, nice food. Yeah, maybe other people say a lot of many different things, but for me, I have been to China, and I can testify that it's a nice place. Yeah. So 我虽然去过好几次，但是还想再去玩玩。But I still want to go and have fun. 那我们一起去吧。So now let's go together. 那我们一起去吧。Let's go together. And then person says 好啊，好呀，好呀。到时候，到时候，OK，到时候，OK，我给你打电话，我给你打电话。When the time reaches, I will call you. 到时候我给你打电话。到时候，OK，一起 together，去 to go together. All right, let's look at this. 请 Oh, you've reminded me. How about the homework for last time? Yes, if you forgot to submit the homework for the last lesson, chapter 13, the last chapter, do well to submit it, okay? Yes, do well to submit it, as well as those who didn't submit even the previous homeworks. Submit the homework, okay? Now she is looking forward, yeah, to your homeworks. I want to see progress. So, 晴, repeat 晴. So, 晴 is sunny. It's an adjective. Sunny, fine, clear. Weather means 晴. So, we have two persons in the picture and then A and B. So, it says 明天天气怎么样?明天天气怎么样? This question is very famous all the way from the I remember in the past lessons we looked at this. It's not the first time. It says 明天天气怎么样? And then it says 虽然 oh my goodness 虽然 comes back again. 虽然是晴天 although it is 晴天 although it is sunny 但是很冷 so although it is sunny 但是 so you see 虽然 goes with 但是 and then it says 那还能去跑步吗 so can we still go for a run or to run or running 那还能去跑步吗 and then it says 可以但是你自己去吧 okay because it is sunny and cold and then maybe it's the best time to go and run 跑步 is jogging or running and then probably the woman or the lady, the one you see right here, it says 可以但是你自己去吧 自己 is like oneself or alone 去吧 you can go alone okay 我想要做 okay let's repeat this sentence the last one 可以 this 可以 is okay and then says 但是 repeat 但是你自己去吧但是你自己去吧但是你自己去吧但是 your lips as well that to say something and you don't have to think about it because it's already on your lips it's already in your speech okay the best way to practice your speaking is by speaking more okay so repeat 但是你自己 alone or oneself so this is important okay that's why I marked it and me underline it You're going to repeat this at least 5 times. 我还有很多事情要做。我要做。我还有很多事情要做。我还有很多事情要做。我还有很多事情要做。I still have a lot of 事情。事情 is matters or things. Okay? 还有 still have. Okay? Yes, this 还有 is I still have 很多 very many. Okay, you see she's on a PC, she's on a laptop, probably she's sending some important emails. Okay, yeah. So 很多事情 very many things. And maybe she has to cook, she has to do laundry, she has to clean the house, she has to take care of the babies, so that's a whole lot of 事情. 事情 is matters, things, okay? Yeah. So 要做 that I have to do. I still have a lot of things to do. Not just have things, but to do. 要做 I still have a lot of things to do. So are you following so far? Are we together? Let me see your reactions in the chat box if you're following. Let me see your comments. Let me see your reactions. It can be a heart. It can be an emoji. It can be a 1. It can be a 2. Anything in the chat box to show that we are together, to show that you're learning something. If you learned anything, you can put it in the chat box. Let me see. Let me see what you learned tonight. Challenge me. Put it in the chat box, please. Yeah, be it in this lesson or in the previous lessons, in the past lessons, let me know. Yes, thank you very much, Ayesiga. Thank you so much for your consistency. Thank you for your time. Yes, special thanks to Ayesiga. Let's all give it up for Ayesiga Sheila. Thanks a lot. You're so committed. Mm. Mm. Thank you. Webale mnonga. All right, let's continue. So the next new word here is so by means 100. Yes, don't worry, this is gonna be the last lesson for tonight. Yes. So by means 100. It's written like this. You first draw one horizontal line. I hope you're following me to write, okay? You can use a pencil to write these characters, because at least if you draw it, maybe if you make it right, then you have to rub again. But with a pen, then it's hard to erase your mistakes. This by means 100. So after drawing this horizontal line, which is called hang in Chinese, then you draw the pier. This is called pier, or this coming from the top, okay, to leftwards, okay, going to the left pier. And then shu, or the vertical line, and then 横着. After drawing 横着, then 横 inside to outside. 横. In Chinese, when you're writing characters, we write from left to right, top to bottom, inside to outside. Those are the three rules that you need to put into consideration. So let's write it one more time. By, you write this horizontal line, and then you write this line like this, top to bottom, and then below there is sun. This is the character for the sunshine, which is ri. Okay, ri. So if you remove one thing on top of this character, which is the horizontal, is still by, but this by means something else, which is white. Okay, yes, this by also, it has the second tone, the rising tone. The by, this by is for white as a color white. Okay, like here, this space is white. Okay, white color is by, so in Chinese. But when you put this horizontal line on top, then it becomes by, which is falling and rising tone, and it is 100. So these two characters, they are almost similar in writing, but the difference is just here, that this by for white doesn't have the horizontal line on top, doesn't have the hung, and the by for 100, it has the horizontal line on top. Okay, the one for 100, the tone is falling and rising, and it's by. White is a rising tone, so it's by. All right, so now let's go through the dialogue here. It says, 你在这个商店，你在这个商店。Okay, 你在这个商店. What is 商店? Shop. 你在这个商店买过. 买过 is to buy, okay? 买过东西没有？你在这个商店买过东西没有？ Have you ever bought stuff? Have you ever shopped? Have you ever bought anything in this store? 你在这个商店买过东西没有？你在这个商店买过东西？东西 is stuff. 没有 or not. And then it says 买过一次。买过一次。I bought things from this shop or this arena or this store once. 一次。Remember, 次 is times. Okay, so in English you say once for one time, two times twice, but in Chinese you just put the number and then plus 次. So if it is one time or once, in Chinese will be 一次, twice, 两次, thrice, 三次, four times, 四次. Okay, do we all still remember the lessons of the numbers in Chinese? If you missed the numbers in Chinese, you can let us know in the chat box. Yeah, then somebody will help you. We also have a lesson on our channels strictly for numbers in Chinese. So feel free to go look for that lesson or inbox Lao Shi. Okay, inbox us if you also would like to have like special classes or special attention, because these classes are mainly for my YouTube family, and maybe you didn't begin with us and we've really learned and covered a lot of stuff, and maybe when we are learning here you understand but you don't fully understand because we've really covered a whole lot of things. So if you need special attention or you need special classes aside, maybe where you need to interact face to face with Laoshi, you can ask questions. Then there you can consider um, inboxing me on WhatsApp or WeChat. I don't know which is convenient for you. Then I'll give you special attention and I'll give you more time. Yes, we shall discuss on how to go about that because these lessons are general. Okay, these lessons are general, and I don't really like going back to things that we learned in the past. But if you'd really like to start all the way from the beginning, from HSK1, we have left you, we have reached very far so far, then that's where we consider um, like those people who'd like to have like, I'll call it like VIP classes because this class is general here on YouTube. Yeah, we generalize these things, but then if there is that class, at least maybe you can have on Google Meet or Zoom meeting or Teams. Yeah, we can. There are a whole lot of platforms where I can have such kinds of classes, and in those classes we discuss. Or somebody says 我没有钱，我没有钱 I don't have money. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. We can always discuss. She is an understanding person, and yeah, I also want to help my students achieve their goals of speaking Chinese and yeah, being competent, being proficient in this language. So I won't really make it hard for my students to learn Chinese because even me, when I was learning, nobody made it hard for me. So why would I? So let's continue. That was just a short um, information. Maybe I'll drop my WhatsApp number where you can reach out to me immediately in case of any inquiries about the special classes. Yes. So that is my WhatsApp number. 256 7421 65691. Yeah, that is WhatsApp. And then if you're using WeChat, which is the Chinese messaging chatting platform, you can also do other things there. Or my Chinese number is 13060398572 13060398572. That is my WeChat number. So you can reach out to me if you need special attention, if you would like to learn Chinese, like with Laoshi face to face, okay? Yeah, then there you can ask questions and there will be more premium um, covers, okay? Yeah. So it says 买过一次 I've bought things from this shop one time. 这儿的东西还可以 Okay, things here are pretty good. 还可以 are pretty good. 就是 not cheap though. And then says 我喜欢这件衣服. Can you still see my screen? 我喜欢这件衣服. The lady says, I like this cloth. 我喜欢这件衣服. Yes. 但是 but 觉得有点贵 but I think it's a little bit expensive. 有点贵. 200块 200 RMB 还可以200块还可以喜欢就买吧 200 yuan is not that expensive 200块还可以200 RMB is not that expensive 喜欢就买吧 if you like it just buy it Why is my screen not visible? Is my screen visible? Oh yeah, it's back. Yeah, it's back. Sorry for that. Share the screen. Yeah. I think now you can see the screen. So yeah, visible now. It says 我喜欢这件衣服，但是觉得有点贵。I like this cloth, but I think it's a little bit expensive. 200块还可以，喜欢就买。200块还可以，喜欢就买吧。喜欢 is to like something. 就买 then buy it. If you like it, then buy it. And if you buy it, you own it. Okay? Yes. Just buy it. 200块 200 yuan 200 yuan is in dollars. How much will that be? Yeah, then you divide by 7. 200 divided by 7, then you see how much it is in dollars. Yes, so this is the end of our class tonight. It's an hour. Time really flies. Yeah. Yes, thank you everybody. 谢谢大家，谢谢大家的支持. Thanks everybody for your support. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your dedication. I appreciate. Okay, and I'll see you next time. 大家拜拜，晚安，周末愉快. Yeah, since yesterday saying 周末愉快 because the weekend started yesterday. And today I'm saying 周末愉快 of my students. 同学们周末愉快. 周末愉快 is like a nice weekend. Have a good weekend. 周末愉快 you can also say bye bye. You can also say bye bye 老师. You can also say 再见. Yes, so next time 不客气不客气不客气 I love you so much, guys. I love you so much. 我爱你们，老师非常爱你们。OK， 拜拜，我们下次再见。我们下次再见。Don't forget to like, okay? Don't forget to like if you enjoy this class. Bye bye. I'll see you next time.